Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and in 1 second, my friend Gina back. Hi,
Gina
Gina.
Gannon, hi. Oh my gosh, literally as this happened, my earpiece came out of my ear and went across the room. Couldn't have planned that if we tried.
Hey, that's what's fun about being live because people get to see all the crazy things that happen to us, and
Oh my gosh.
your piece is flying is just one of those.
Listen, and I feel like that is so me. Like my husband's like, you're the clumsiest person ever. If it were to happen, it were to happen to me. So there we go. We worked out all the kinks already.
All the, we're good to go now, and I see
Yep.
it live on Judith Ripka Facebook, so that's a great thing. So welcome everybody. As I was saying, I'm Heidi Ripka. This is Gina Gannon. We are streaming live to Facebook, Judith Ripka's page, as well as JTV Extra. So I'm so excited, Gina, because we have some amazing product to show everybody. And today's product is an assortment of what I consider to be the essentials, the building blocks or the foundation pieces to the Judith Ripka collection. The pieces that I said, this is where you start for anyone that doesn't know where to start their collection. This is what we're going to show them today.
Well, and that's funny because that's what I told you. So I've had this ring, both of them actually, since 2015. And that's when I started kind of learning about the line and feeling like, wow, this line represents me. And I just felt so like, oh my God, like to be able to wear a Judith piece was just amazing. So that's exactly kind of the point for me was this is how I started with so many of these pieces. So I'm thrilled. And I will also be putting all of the items that we're talking about up. So if anyone is joining us on the JTV page, you can just click on it and hit the shop button and everything will be right there for you.
Thank you. And so the reason why I consider them foundations is because they're very classic, first of all. They are very iconic to the brand. And this is what you start with so that you have a very well-rounded collection. So for example, you're starting with one of my classic favorites, the Verona Romance bracelet. So that is a Rolo link that has the Judith Ripka signature texture alternating with high polished links. And since you have it on your wrist, I'll hold it up here. It has the signature Judith Ripka lobster claw with the Pave Belle Luce. We have this double-sided heart charm that is permanently attached to it. And this comes in both sterling silver, that's rhodium plated, as well as you and I both, I didn't even realize that you layered it also, but yes, we did the same thing, as well as the 14 karat gold clad version. And so you're wearing yours alone. I actually put one of our Judith Ripka enhancers on it.
Oh, pretty.
Great both ways. But if you want to give it its own personality or a distinctive personality, if you start collecting our enhancers, most of them will go on beautifully. But it's one of those bracelets that could be worn on its own. It's a nice size. So wouldn't you wear that, Gina, just on its own on your wrist the way you have it?
That's why I put it on here so you could see it on its own,
Yep.
and I just thought how pretty just by itself, but I am a layerer, so I do enjoy layering a lot. I like kind of like all the chunkier looks, but this on its own to me is so beautiful, and like you were saying, Heidi, the reason I was so drawn to Judith's line is because of those subtle details. It's not just a lobster clasp. It's got all those little jewels, so it's always finished, always done. The details are just always crossing every T and dotting every I, and I love that.
Absolutely. And that's why we design 360 degrees. So there's nothing that's ever unfinished or plain. If it's plain, it's meant to be plain. Like the ring you have on your finger, there's one plain section on that ring. That's the sizing bar in the back. Outside of that, there's no such thing as plain. We do everything with intention. And so that bracelet is a great way to start. It's great for, it's multi-generational. It's great for all occasions. So whether you're going out on the town, meeting your friend for coffee, or you're just doing your errands, it's an easy bracelet to put on your wrist to feel a little bit more polished, to feel like you have a complete outfit on. But you're doing what I do all the time. That is the Judith Ripka more is more look. And so you and I
Yeah.
layered it on with another classic essential style, which is the Pia cuff. So I'm going to take mine off to give you a little a little tour around this cuff. So Judith
Sure.
started offering hinge cuffs like this back in the early 90s. And everybody loves our hinge cuffs because they're so easy to put on yourself. You don't need somebody to help you with a clasp.
Right.
You don't have to work. It's just so simple. You just open the kickstand, slide it over the narrow part of your wrist. And well, actually, I'm going to put it on backwards to show you. Slide it on, and you just click that close,
So easy.
and it's good to go. And I said backwards because I personally like having the hinge section on the inside of my wrist.
Mhm.
Personal opinion, I feel like it's more protected that way. It can't catch really on things as much. So this is great. Dr. Nana, own it.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, Dr. Nana, yes.
So
Now oh, go ahead, Heidi.
no, no, you go, please.
I was just gonna say, when we were talking a few minutes before, actually, and we didn't even know that we both layered and did the same thing, but when I said to you about this bracelet, I said, "Oh my god," like, everything about this bracelet I love. To me, screams Judith Ripka, screams luxury, beautiful, compliments galore, but what I said to you was that what I like about this is you just have those stones right in the center, that's it.
Yeah.
You have the braiding, you have all those kind of, I'd say, accents that are known as for Judith Ripka, right?
Yeah, so it's all of our signature textures. So the base of the cuff, going around the entire cuff, is our Southampton texture. And then these vertical sections are our signature rope. And then you have, like you mentioned here, the Pave Belle Luce. So that is the finest quality cubic zirconia. And it's all individually prong set by hand. And I just want to show you the back. I was talking about how we designed 360 degrees. So that texture continues all the way around. And then when you open the cuff, we have our signature heart
I was
backplate.
just gonna say that even the inside is nice.
Right. So it feels great on. I want to say a quick hi to Lynn and to Mark for joining us. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Nancy, hi, how are you?
Hi, Nancy.
Have all of you here. But so this cuff, again, signature to the brand, iconic, what I consider to be an essential piece to starting off your collection. I'm not saying you have to have it to build your collection. Just these are my picks for if I was starting fresh with Judith Ripka and I wanted to say, where do I begin? There's so many pieces that I love. This is how I would start because these are the pieces that as you build your collection will work back to everything else in the collection.
Well, and you know what's funny? I kind of think, we're talking about sometimes things are statement pieces, right? But to me, these are an extension of your personality. And this is something that I feel like you're going to always gravitate to. Because I know for me, these rings, I've had them since 2015. I know when I'm going to wear these rings, I'm like, oh, I have my Judith rings. This to me is something that if I'm going out with my girlfriends, I can put this on. It's a nice, cute pair of jeans, the top, I'm ready. But then maybe I just wanna feel really good, and, there are times when jewelry does that, right? It's kinda like when you have a good blowout, hair, makeup, it's kind of all one and the same, and so that's what I love about this. My Judith pieces are staples in my jewelry box, and they make me feel really good when I'm wearing them.
Yeah, well, they ooze that feel of luxury,
Yeah.
even though they're not 18 karat, which is where it started, because they have all those couture finishings and the hand of a couture jewelry designer, it just makes it feel so great on, and it's nice weight. It doesn't feel like you've skimped out in any way. That's why I
Right.
attainable luxury. You're getting the look and feel of luxury at affordable prices because all we did was swap out materials. We swapped gold for the silver and plated, well, in this case, we plated it with 14 karat gold. If it was a silver version, we plated it with rhodium. And so you're just mixing, changing your metals and you're getting this gorgeous couture luxury jewelry.
But then, Heidi, I wanna do one thing that we didn't do.
Okay.
I even love it with this one.
Mixed metals, absolutely,
Yes.
all the way. I'm all about mixing metals. I think it's a great thing to do. And by the way, that's one thing that you didn't do. There's one other thing you didn't do.
Oh, okay, show me.
Because these are finished, I sometimes wear this as an upside down cuff.
Oh, that's a good idea. So you could
Yeah,
totally wear it just open. I love
yeah.
that.
So if sometimes I just want a little bit. To me, it's a little more edgy, like in the summer when I'm wearing a tank top.
Yeah,
It's
no, I agree.
casual, a little. I don't know. Judith always would say like a little more rock and roll. I guess so. So a little more rock
I
and roll.
see that. Yeah.
Very cool about it when you turn it upside down, and that's what makes the collection so interesting and collectible, is that there's so many different ways of wearing them. Oh, Mark went to visit our store in AC, the JT. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yeah, it is. I mean, we're using
Aw.
factories and same designs, and so yes, it's the same quality as couture. I'm so happy that you got to see our store in Atlantic City.
Oh, good. And Dr. Nana said, showstopper. That's
Oh,
right,
a-
because it
absolutely.
is. And that's what I think about when you have this on. People are going to say, wow, can I see that cuff? Can I see that? Because, first of all, Judith is a statement anyway, right?
Yeah.
People, I feel like when you wear it, they're always like, that's Judith. She has Judith on because you
Uh,
just know, right?
always
Um,
people that don't know me say, "Oh, is that a Judith Ripka?" I'm like, yeah.
yeah, I know. And it's so funny because I have, a pretty extensive collection over the years.
Yeah.
And you're so right. These are the pieces that I feel like I started with. So I don't know how I didn't get this one,
Yeah.
but this look in general, like
Now.
gorgeous. What did you say?
I think that's gonna be added to your list now.
Oh, it definitely will. Like no question. Because again, I like to share my jewelry. It's funny. I think I told you, my mom and I kind of between the two of us, our Judith collection is crazy. And that's what we do. I'd be like, okay, mom, you like more hearts, so you get this. And then I like this, so I'll get that. And then we just we swap. So
That's so nice to do.
Mother's Day.
Exactly. Mother's Day is right around the corner. It's actually in 4 weeks, I think, right?
Mm,
Like the 11th or 12th, I think? Yeah, so
listen,
right around the corner. So
or just buy it for yourself. You don't need an excuse, right? No holiday.
you don't need an excuse to treat yourself. I mean, listen, we all could use a little uplift in our life from time to time, and
It's self-care.
it's self-care, and who doesn't love seeing, you know, the mailman arrive with a little box at the door?
Exactly. And a lot of these are all on 5 or 6 payments, which is fantastic. So even better.
That's 5 or 6 payments, that's great.
Yep. So this on its the bracelet that we're showing now is on 6 payments of 58.33.
Wow,
Amazing.
that
And then the bracelet before was on 5 payments of 43.39. Ridiculous.
it is really, those are really great, and having the ability to split up the payments, I
In
think is,
increments, right? I know that's great.
no, that is really great. But so you're wearing an earring that I always say is such a great earring for everybody to own, because that one earring could be worn. I think you and I figured out 4 different ways that you could wear that earring. And it was
I
so,
know.
you're telling me that you thought there was something wrong with it when you first opened.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, it's like I'm like it flipped." I'm like, but then I was like, "But it's so cute like this." Like I actually thought that. I was like, "But I love it like that."
So this is our multifunction earring that Gina is wearing. And so this earring, when she received it, came like this.
Mhm.
That's not what it looks like in the picture. In the picture,
Right.
it's a door knocker.
It's like this.
Like,
Yeah.
no, actually, this earring could be worn 4 different ways. So it can be worn like the door
Crazy.
knocker. It can be worn with the pave on the bottom.
Mhm.
It could be worn with the texture on the bottom, and
Right, and then look at this,
it could be,
just on its own.
and there's no such thing as just a hoop, because look at all the texture on here. So you have the beautiful,
Oh gosh, yeah.
you have the fine rope edging, you have the rope on either side, you have that pave belle luce in the center. I mean, they're amazing. And so we always do our, I shouldn't say always, but a lot of times we do our omegas, either an omega and a leave or a lever. Although for some earrings we do have to do a post and butterfly. But the reason I like to use the omega back is because it's a easier. You don't have to worry about losing a butterfly back, but also it helps keep that earring nice and secure in your lobe and sits up straight. I also find that earrings like this that have movement, that swing, it's more comfortable when they're secure on your ear. They don't feel like they're pulling as much. When I have
Yeah,
an earring that swings and doesn't have that security, I find that I take them off quickly. So that's another good reason for using this kind of backing on this earring. But it's so flattering. I mean, you have it on as the door knocker. I'm just going to put it on the linear way because I think it's very face
Yeah,
flat.
I can show, but I'll show both too.
So it's nice to have an earring in box that could be worn multiple ways. But look at this. Look at how it hits my jawline. It's
Oh,
very,
you know what? I can't do that with my earpiece.
I'm wearing my stud in the other ear, but it's very flattering. But to be able to get, you know, 4 different looks. I mean, listen, if we want to be really reasonable, it's 3 looks, but you could wear it like this 2 different ways. But you're getting your hoop, your door knocker, and a linear earring that's a little bit dressier. So to have that out of one earring, I think is amazing. So if you want to find a place to start, this is a great place to start with collecting our earrings. So
But the
uh,
thing I love too is that no matter how you wear it, like you mentioned, it's finished, it's done. You have those little intricacies that anyone who would look at it, even if you just wore the top piece and you took these 2 off, they would say, "Oh my god, those earrings are so nicely done. They're stunning. They have such detail." And that's the detail that really sets Judith apart.
absolutely. And I want to say hi to Barbara. Barbara loves the earrings. They are great, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Available in both the 14 karat gold clad, which is genuine gold on top of sterling silver, as well as in the sterling silver. Let me just hold that up. So depending on your preference, sterling silver or 14 karat gold clad. Can't go wrong. It's one of those earrings that because it can be worn so many different ways, I've heard a lot of people say that it's become their favorite earring, so they've bought it in both colors because I don't know, for me, that's how I am with shoes, jeans, just about anything that's something once I fall in love with it, I'll buy it in every color it's available in.
Oh, me too, and I'll try and wear it multiple ways and get as much use out of it as possible. But like I was saying, 360 with all the details here. So no matter how you're wearing it, if someone sees you from the side, come up from the back, you can see
Then
all the details.
listen, we take into consideration the fact that there are a lot of women out there with short hair. You have
Mhm.
short hair. People are seeing all sides of your ear.
Right,
There's
your neck. Yep.
back. You want it to be finished. You don't want it to look unfinished from the back.
Right.
Is it's like reminding people to brush the back of their hair. People's hair in the back is always like a little.
Right.
Everyone forgets that one part, but you want to look finished front, back, and sides. And that happens to look really pretty on you, Gina, in the door knocker length. I like it. It's down
Thank you. Yeah,
dark hair, like is frames it.
thank you. I really love the gold too. So I was so drawn to that. And again, it's so funny. I think you asked me, you said, send me a list of all the items that you love. And these were on there.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking how good whoever someone's gonna feel who purchases these. And that's kind of the whole thing for me. I feel good wearing my Judith. I feel good wearing these pieces.
And I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are they comfortable?
So comfortable. I actually feel like I don't even really feel like I have much on. They're very light, to be honest. For being layered, they're very light.
They're not hollow. So that's why I always like to ask people because I am very sensitive to earring weights. I always tell the factories a pair of earrings, I never want them to be more than 16 grams.
Oh,
So
wow.
8 grams each. I mean, sometimes they'll go 1 or 2 grams over, but to me, that's like the threshold. Anything that's more than that, I feel like they're going to tug on your ears. They're going to stretch your piercing. Like, I don't want to do that to people. So I always want to make sure that the earrings are comfortable, they fit well, they look great. It's all these things have to be considered when we make them. And so I'm glad that they're comfortable and it's coming from you, not just me saying it.
Yeah, no, thank you. But again, just like what you said, you're talking to the factory, you're making sure that, you're crossing every T and dotting every I, right? And I feel like that is why Judith Ripka has been such a mainstay. And that's why people keep coming back. And that's why, she's known for luxury jewelry, right? Because of that.
100%. I'm just refreshing my Facebook. Looked like stalled out for a second. I don't want to miss any. I won't be able to anybody comments. So anyway, you went gravitated to that earring. I go
Mhm.
to our Belle Luce stud earrings. I'm a
Yes.
stud. So when I need to dress up, that's when I'll usually shake things up and go with an earring like what you're wearing or a big oversized hoop or something linear. But when it comes to my foundation pieces, studs are my go-to.
Well, I
And
was actually gonna ask you a question, if you don't mind, really quickly about
of
these.
tell me,
Does
absolutely.
Judith do a lot of studs?
We do actually. Over
Okay.
always brought different studs in, but this is our newest stud. It's beautiful. It's a great size. It's a total weight of 71 carats. So it's a
Oh my
lot.
gosh.
And it's not just a center stone. So actually, I don't know if I could show it as well in the silver. I might have to take mine out. I think it'll show better in the clad. Oh, let me just
I
show it.
have it right here.
But I want to take it off to show people because I think it'll be easier. So you have your center bell luce. It is all prong set. These prongs have fine rope twists alternating with high polished prongs. But look at the side. Gina, did you notice what's in between the prongs?
Little stones,
Yes.
right?
So what we did was we individually prong set an additional bell luce between each prong. So again, going to that 360-degree design and making it different than just your basic stud. There's tons of studs out there in the world, but this is signature Judith Ripka. This is iconic to the brand. And we have these incredible model makers that are able to really do a great job at fitting in all of our little details into this space. So figure this is over 2 carats per ear, about 2.5. Well, I don't have the breakdown here, but since we know there's a few on the sides, it's a little bit more. Um, it is a post and butterfly, but look at the size of this butterfly. Can
I
you
was
see
so impressed
how
by
big
that.
this butterfly is? That is a big butterfly back. We make the butterfly backs to be almost the size of the stud. And I do that for 2 reasons. One, because when you put it on your ear, it's going to make sure that your stud stays flush on your lobe because it's giving it that support. It's not falling forward. I'm sure plenty of us have put on studs where the stone just flops forward, doesn't want to sit upright on your ear, and you're constantly trying to tighten it. That's why I put an oversized butterfly back on here to make sure that it's going to sit perfectly on your lobe. Especially if you have a stretched piercing like a lot of us do, it'll help that. It'll make it easier to put on. It's easier to grip a bigger one.
It is a lot easier to hold it.
Can't those tiny little ones, and I'm like, it's getting stuck in my nail. I'm trying to put it on my back. So this is what we're saying. I keep saying it over and over again. Gina keeps saying it over and over again. We design 360 degrees. We think about all these details. They are all luxury couture details. That's what you get with the Judith Ripka collection. So this stud has a nice presence on the lobe. It fills up the lobe nicely. It has so much sparkle. Bella Luce
I
is
was just gonna say that.
prime
Look at that.
quality. Cubic zirconia, diamond simulant. It's cut like a diamond. It's comparable to a deep flawless diamond, meaning it's incredibly white. It has no internal flaws. It's cut so nice that the sparkle, it just
It's
radiates.
like fire.
It
Yeah.
it's exactly. And so it's such a great complement with the Judith Ripka designs. It just really you just see it. It just pops right out.
You
So,
know what's funny, Heidi? Even if you take a look at the like you were saying, the 360, it
yeah,
almost looks like a crown, like a royal
like a
crown that you
yeah,
put.
like tiara.
Yeah, exactly, like a tiara. And I have some information about this. Sold out in 2 minutes when it debuted in October.
I know. I know,
I
because
mean,
these are those pieces. That's why that's the case with a lot of this, and actually, in a minute, we're gonna get to something that I'm not allowed to show because it's sold out, but I'm gonna show it anyway. But that's what's
okay.
happening with a lot of these essential pieces. They're selling out, but the essential pieces that sell out, we've been reordering. So if you go on wait list, if something's not available, go on wait list. It'll come back into stock most of the time. I've yet to see an essential piece not come back into stock
Yeah,
because
I have a note that says that 90 pairs finally came back into stock, so and we have about 44 of them.
and what?
And we have about 44 of them
So we've
left.
already do half of them
Yeah,
without any airtime. Yeah,
right.
that's pieces. So if you see something that is missing from your Judith collection, or if you're starting and we have it in inventory, it's a good time to buy it because next week I'm going to be at JTV. A lot of these pieces will be featured on the show, which means they're going to sell out again and then you're going to have to wait again. So if you see something right now, I'm not the pressure person, but just as like a little friendly note, don't wait until next week because next week is when everything will start going again.
Well, and also the thing that, is crazy for me, 71.99 or 5 payments of under $15. Like, oh my God. Like,
I
how?
know.
How? It's like, oh my God. That even makes these, like, makes me want these even more.
Well, and so these are the type of things, I was saying it about the multifunction earring, but this was actually one of the earrings that one of my friends was like, I bought two. I'm like, of course you did, because it's one of those earrings. Like I always have basics, not everything, but basics. I always have in both silver and clad because they're those foundation pieces that I'll put my other pieces with.
Yeah, you can always add on, of
Brings it all
course.
down. You're just always adding on. But I don't want to keep us, I don't want to keep on the studs. I want to go to the leather. So for years, when I joined the company, Judith was already doing leather cord necklaces. And it was something that people were like, what do you mean leather? And so Judith has always done these cord necklaces, so many different variations. So, oh, I just did that upside down, or it's spun upside down. So why does that keep happening? So these cords we've done in so many different colors. We're going to keep introducing them in new colors. You can never have enough of these. It's a great vehicle for putting your Judith Ripka enhancer on. So this is our metallic gold cord. It has sterling silver rondelles. It has our oversized Judith Ripka lobster claw with the pave belle luce and this beautiful pave belle luce heart charm that is double-sided because, again, everything's 360 degrees. These rondelles go all the way around, so there are 5 rondelles here, as you can
So
see.
beautiful.
And the
Putting
nice,
this on.
you could wear this on its own. You could wear this backwards with just the rondelles, or what you could do is, and I'm going to give you all a sneak peek at something that's coming next week. Let me put it on here. You could put on one of your enhancers and
Oh,
look
I
at
love that.
a sneak peek. I love this Maltese cross. So that is a pink Belle Luce cushion cut in the center, pave Belle Luce on the forearms. It has the little heart details finished beautifully on the back. But so how great does that look on this leather, on this cord? So it is a faux leather. I keep saying leather, but it is a faux leather cord. This is made in Italy. It's a beautiful quality. It's nice and flexible. It's not a stiff cord by any stretch. And you have the pave bellucce in these rondelles too. I mean, it's just such a great piece to have. It can be casual, it could be dressed up. There's so many different ways of wearing it. And so a lot
Yeah.
of people like me, I collect these because depending on my outfit, depends on if I want this gold one. We have it coming out next week in turquoise and
Ooh.
pink. That is to die. This is going to look amazing on the pink one as well. So it's just a great way of mixing up your neck story, and you can layer them just like how you have it layered there with that Y necklace, that Verona Y that
Right, and I have it backwards.
and you have it backwards, right? Which is great. I actually like it backwards for when you are layering it.
Right,
Sometimes
and if you need it to be a little more casual,
it
maybe,
depends
yeah.
on what you're layering with, unless it's something longer. It sometimes could hit each other in a funny place, but that
It's
great.
also really comfortable.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like,
Well,
that leather no, but, like, in general, like, it's soft. It's
it's
just so like, it feels so nice, and I feel like I don't see a look like this a lot. Like, if you go to a boutique, I don't see the
no,
leather look.
no, you don't see a lot of it. Judith is known for it. So people know that when they see these, that it's Judith.
It's Judith. Yeah.
Not something that a lot of designers do, but it is very iconic to our brand. And then that brings us to the necklace that you and I are both wearing, which is
Yes.
iconic, which also everybody that sees this loves. I brought this with me on my vacation recently. I'm wearing it why I was wearing it the way you have it now, where I was wearing it as a chain. I kept the pave piece a little off centered. You could put it in the center. I like it like this just because of the neckline that I'm wearing today. But there's one other thing that you could do. You could spin it around,
Mhm.
demonstrate for me,
Sure.
and then you have an all link chain necklace. So multiple ways of wearing it.
Beautiful.
The Y, the pave in the front, all chain in the front. You could probably even put an enhancer.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna let everyone in on a little secret because I'm always playing with my jewelry because I need to make sure it works well with my outfits. And sometimes pieces, oh, it got a little kinked in the front. It's
Let
kinking
me
on.
get it for you. I see it, yep.
So sometimes this hits in a funny spot when I'm wearing it like this, or even when I'm wearing it like that. What I do with a lot of our chains, and it's like a little behind the scenes secrets. I take a safety pin and clip it. So
Oh my
like
god, don't you love
this,
that?
make it a little shorter for where it hit. So I have a safety pin on the back of this one also. So don't tell anyone my secret, but just if anyone ever wants to like be able to adjust it on their neckline, because of the fact that the closure is here and it's not like you could adjust it any other way, little safety pin comes in handy. I travel with them all
See?
the time.
I love that. I know, and, being on TV for years, all the tips and tricks you learn of how to do things, so
Yeah,
I love that, and it's fun to be able to share that stuff too. It's like, "Hey,
all
listen, let me tell you."
exactly. And by the way, so we didn't really fully walk through this, but I just want to show everybody this gorgeous pave link that's on the bottom of my Y. This is full, rich
Mhm.
prong set pave Bella Luce going all around, made in Italy. The chain is stunning. These oval Berger links are alternating with these high polish links, and the closure is our push in closure. So just look
I
at
was
how
gonna
easy.
say it looks like it's
Just
hidden.
push it in. It is hidden. It's hidden within the texture. You just push it in to release it, and you push it into the link to get it
Love
to
it.
match. I mean,
Easy.
it doesn't get any easier than that. You don't have to worry about any broken nails. There's nothing challenging. So, so easy to put on and take off, which I love. And talking about like little secrets, I wasn't supposed to show you all this because it's sold out. So, Gina, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to show something that you don't have.
Oh, okay. That
So,
I'll but probably be adding to my cart. Yes, go
yes,
ahead.
well, it is sold out, but I have
When it comes to that.
4 keys at my house that I'm sending back to JTV that they sent to me for tonight. This is truly, 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 truly something that every single person, if you own any Judith Ripka or if you're starting your Judith collection, everybody needs
Oh, yeah.
a necklace. This romance necklace, why I'm turning it funny. This romance necklace is not only iconic, it is what you need for every single thing you wear. It could be worn as just your classic chain. It's textured, so you have your angled berget with your high polished links alternating. It has the signature Judith Ripka heart claw. It has a pave charm, but I'm going to show you this with actually, oh, you know what I have? Hold on. I'm going to show you another iconic piece. So you could wear it with the claw on the front, you could wear it with the claw on the back, or as you build your collection of enhancers, hold on, I'm fighting with my enhancer right now because I'm doing it with my left hand. There we go.
Um,
Okay, I took the easy way out. You can put a classic, this is just one of those days where I can't see what I'm doing and it's taking forever. There you go. Classic Judith Ripka Love Not Heart, which
beautiful.
is also sold out, ladies. However, I'm sending mine back, so there'll be 4 more coming into stock in both the 14 karat gold clad as well as the sterling silver, and same with this necklace. Comes in sterling silver as well as the
Beautiful.
14 karat gold clad, but this is what you need for every single enhancer you're ever gonna buy. Look at this. Another enhancer that we're gonna be offering next week.
Well, let me see.
Show you. Get ready.
Oh my god, give me all of it. Summer vibes, love, oh my god.
that not gorgeous? Is that
Look at
not
all the facets on it too. Look
oh,
at how it's
it
sparkling.
it is all
Oh,
it is so gorgeous.
wow.
It's smooth on the back, it feels great, but everything you need these chains because every enhancer works with these chains. I mean, I've yet to find one that doesn't work on here. I'm sure you have that, Dr. Nana. Yeah, I mean, it is classic. It is
Yeah,
iconic.
that is classic Judith Ripka.
And that's why everything here I'm saying, everything we're looking at today, these are my starter kit for your Judith Ripka essentials or all these pieces. So if it's not available now, because they told me it was sold out, both the Love Not Heart, these romance necklaces, I am going to be sending mine back. So the chain is the Verona romance chain, and if it's sold out, if it's still sold out, I'm going to be sending these back. So by next week, they should be in inventory. Keep an eye on it. And also, I'm going to tell you a little trick that I learned with JTV. So the style number, actually, Dr. Nana, I'm going to give you the style numbers so that you can keep an eye out for them. The clad is JRJ 200. The
Okay, good to
silver is
know.
JRJ 199. What I've learned is sometimes if something's sold out and I go onto jtv.com and I put in that style number, nothing comes up. But I have found that if I put the description of the item in a Google search, if
Mm,
if I could find it in the images under JTV and click on it, it brings me to the website and it brings me to the wait list.
how interesting.
Follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I did it today with something. Somebody reached out to me about the Ruby Monaco ring. I put in the style number, it didn't come up. I went onto Google, I wrote Judith Ripka Ruby Monaco, found the picture that said JTV. It couldn't just be any random one. I found the one that was linked to JTV, clicked it, brought me right to the wait list.
Perfect.
Little trick. And
Lots
again,
of tricks and tips tonight. I love it.
are essentials. So these are going to be coming back into stock. They just might not be there now, but they will because we have to always have these. I mean,
I
they're
also realize I have two as well that I'll be sending
you're
back. Not of the necklaces, but of the enhancers.
right. So there'll be a bunch of these love knots. And so the love knot enhancer is direct from couture. My parents, when I turned 30, so you know how long ago that was, gave me this for my 30th birthday in 18 karat
Wow.
diamonds, and I still wear it to this day, many decades later, and I love this piece. Before, I don't know if you noticed, I was wearing it on the romance bracelet. I wear it on the necklace. I wear it all the time with so many different pieces. So it is a great piece to have in your jewelry box. So those necklaces, the cord, the Verona, like we're wearing the romance necklaces, I think those are all really essentials for your jewelry box. Um, and then we're up to your last but not least, the infamous Olivia ring.
Oh
Yes,
my God. I love obsessed.
obsessed. So many people have told me that they've started their collection with this ring. It's a great size. The scale is perfect. The proportions are perfect. It goes with everything. Oh, I was just gonna take off the clad one also to show everybody, but I'll take off the silver one since you have the clad one up there. So it is perfect. It has so Judith Ripka, for anyone that's not aware, Judith is known as the Queen of Hearts. So a lot of
Yes.
hearts throughout our collection. So you have the four heart, I call them prongs in the corner, but they're not holding anything in. So it's really just an accent. You have this beautiful, lush, all pave Bellucci cushion center. It's just a slight Bombay on the top. These stones kiss. I mean, the prong setting on them is so magnificent. And it's like a little cake. When you look at the side of it, you have the layers of texture going around that basket. You get to the shoulders, you have the beautiful rope twist wraps on the shoulder. You have the angled berget. And then earlier I talked about everything's finished, but when we have a sizing bar, it's the only time you're going to see a little bit of high polished. It has a back plate in here with our signature hearts in there. And Dr. Nana gave it to her daughter as a graduation gift.
What a
That's
nice
nice.
gift.
What a beautiful gift. I mean, she's gonna have it forever, and it's so nice when you receive these as gifts, you remember, like, "Oh, this is" like how I was saying about the heart from my parents. She'll always remember that you gave that to her as a graduation gift. That's so lovely. But it's a great ring. You can wear it on your left hand or your right hand. You can wear it really, I mean, it's not gonna fit me on my other fingers, but it works on every finger. So if you prefer wearing something on your pointer or on your middle finger, it's that kind of ring. You could really wear it anywhere, any place.
I've had it for 9 years, and I think I have.
Yeah, because you can.
I mean, I just always think about how many times I'm like, "Oh, okay," like, in your head, you're getting your outfit together, like, "Okay, what am I gonna wear?" Like, "Oh, I'll wear that dress." "Oh, okay." And I always am like, "Oh, I'll wear my Judith, my ring," and because I have them in both colors, and I find that you gravitate toward it. I'm like, "Oh, let me pull this, I wanna pull this." I love the profile too.
The profile's nice because it's got height, but it's not too high.
Right.
It's not gonna knock into things, it's not towering, and, I was talking before I mentioned the scale. A lot of times, I like to wear 2 rings, so, like, if I'm wearing something on my ring finger, I'll frequently wear something a little bit bolder on my pointer finger. But again, it's creating your own look and your own personality, which is why I do that, and I feel that when you do things like that, you have to keep in mind proportion. So in order to mix your rings, look at the proportion of what you're putting together, but make it your own look. And I love the fact that you gravitate towards it for everything because that's what it's meant to be for. Everything. Judith would always say from black tie to blue jeans and everything in between.
I
You don't
love
want
that, yeah.
something that you're only going to wear when you have black tie affairs because how often do you have black tie affairs? I mean, maybe you're very popular and you do have them.
I do not go to them a lot, so, but that's and, I have a note that as well, 100 pieces sold out in 1 airing, and that it is a top seller was a top seller at QVC.
Yeah, it is iconic for the brand, and everybody just keeps putting them in their collection, and that's why when I put it together, I was like, "Okay, what are our essential pieces? What pieces do I wanna recommend to everybody?" And say, "Okay, you're starting, this is where you start. You wanna look at what you're missing in your collection? These are the pieces that you should add in." They're all pieces that I gravitate to all the time that I just feel are so important for everybody to have in their collection, for their collection to be complete, but then to make it their own and mix it with other pieces as well.
And it looks like we have them in sizes 5 through 12, so looks like we have something for everybody, and
That
5 payments of 19.19. Oh my god. Oh my
and I'm
god.
so happy that you just said that about the sizes because frequently a lot of the rings have been available only in size 6 to 10. So the fact that we
Okay.
ended sizes is great.
5 to 12, yep.
Love that, love that. And Gina, guess
Yes.
what?
What?
I showed you some sneak peeks, but next week, I wanna make sure everybody knows that I will
Okay.
be back in the JTV studios for my April rotation. We have 5 shows.
Oh, I can't wait.
I have one on Wednesday. So next Wednesday, this time on JTV at 8 p.m. Then next Thursday, 2 p.m. And these are all Eastern time, by the way. Friday, 10 p.m. So I'll be able to keep you company next weekend also. Saturday, so if you're on the West Coast or Central, it'll be a little bit earlier, but New York time, it'll be Sunday, 12 a.m. So 12 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, so someone has to
Okay.
go back for California. And then again, Sunday, Eastern time, 4 p.m. So 5 shows, all different times. So hopefully it works with everybody's schedule. You can join me. There's so many new debuts.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm so excited. I know I showed you a few. Gina, there's something that I have here that I am so excited about that's debuting next week that I have to show everybody. It's not
Okay.
it is non-essential. It is what I call a collector's item, a statement
Okay.
piece. It's just one of those really unique pieces from Judith Ripka that when I got this sample, I was like, wow. Like sometimes things just come out so perfect that it just takes my breath away.
Yeah.
And, one of the big trends for 2024 in jewelry
Mhm.
that's come back this year are pins and brooches.
Okay.
And something that Judith has always been known for is her menagerie collection.
Oh my god, look at
Meet
that.
meet Uma,
Oh
the
my
unicorn.
god.
How
Obsessed.
outrageous is this pin? Look at her
Oh
tail.
my god.
Look at her mane. Look at her
Oh,
horn.
that is beautiful.
Finished beautifully in the back with that open
Wow.
back plate.
Do you
I
know what show that's gonna be
I
debuting in?
don't know yet which show it's gonna be in, but these are gonna be limited. We don't
Oh
usually do a ton of these because they're so special. So when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, it's perfect. I love it."
oh my god, I love the colors, so nice.
The body is all pink Bellucce, but the tail, the mane, the harness, those are all genuine gemstones.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
amethyst, blue topaz,
Beautiful.
saphirite, amethyst, blue topaz, saphirite. I think I got everything. I mean, holy moly. How
And, you know, also the combination with Bella Luce, if you've never tried Bella Luce, it is the most stunning diamond simulant, and then adding on those other gemstones, I mean, it's flawless.
it's so gorgeous. And I know I'm like holding it up to my camera phone, so you probably can't quite see
Ooh,
the details that you're gonna see when you see it in high definition on air next week. But
right. Oh, so nice.
all the textures, all the little nuances, the little prongs had extra little Bellucces here and there on the hoofs. It is so incredible, this piece. I'm so excited. There's so many exciting pieces next week.
Oh
So
my
it's
gosh.
great. So I hope you could all tune in. And then, Gina, you and I will resume the following Wednesday, which is,
Great.
hmm,
I
I don't
think
have it in front of me. Let's see. We will be back together on April 24th.
I was gonna say it had to be a 20 something, yeah.
Birthday. My dad and my
Oh, there you g
birthday.
love it. Happy birthday to them.
Yeah. So, Gina, thank you so much for everything tonight. You're always so great to spend time with. And thank
Thank you, same here.
you. Night. You're all fabulous. And I will see everybody next week. Hope you'll tune in and join me on JTV. Have a great
Yeah,
night.
guys. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye. Happy shopping.